Live and raw, running gunnin with KG and the Ringmaster. It's the Diggin with KG and Ringy Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show. Coming to you from the prestigious ATC studios in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, where we talk about treasure hunting, metal detecting, and just about everything else. Except for goat roping, corn dogs, llama farms, and unicycles. That's where we draw the line. So without further ado, here are your beloved international superstar television hosts, King George and Ringmaster Tim. Podcast
show. You ready for this, Cage? You ready for this, COVID
ready.
Boy?
Yeah, we get to do a podcast. That's an honor.
It is an honor. Here we are, Cage. All right.
All right. How's everybody doing today?
Well, is it working? It looks like everything's going. So
I think it's working good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Super.
I'm excited about tonight. We got an awesome guest tonight.
Yeah,
Every guest is awesome, but Sargy is just a good dude.
Sargy Wargy. Yeah, he's an awesome dude. Hey, and speaking of that, check this shirt out. Well, bam.
Oh, you got the Sarge's shirt on.
Yeah.
That is a cool shirt. That is a cool shirt, buddy.
Oh, I did that, and I don't think I showed it to anybody. Try it again.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing.
There we go. All right.
Bam.
Bam. Nothing happened. Yeah.
Nothing happened again?
No, it did. It's just that I have like 15 different cameras, and
awesome.
Because it's so awesome in this little studio.
All right.
Yeah.
Here, I just shared it around. Sorry, I wasn't being rude and looking away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get my second COVID shot today.
Oh, that sounds
Ringy.
wonderful. You probably are feeling awesome now. You got it today or yesterday?
No, today at 10 o'clock this morning.
And you're already feeling bad?
No, I'm not feeling bad. I said I don't feel bad.
Oh,
I feel good.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, I had them give it to me in each arm and one in each butt cheek just to prove I could handle it.
And now it feels like somebody kicked you right in the butt twice.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
awesome.
But so far so good. I mean, how about you? You got your second one, didn't you?
Right, last week. Remember, I was all lethar and couldn't do anything and talk
you got sick, didn't you?
No, not really. I mean, the first day I got it at like noon, and everything was fine. Just same as the first shot, just a little sore arm. And then the next day, I woke up and I was just nothing particular. I never got sick or nauseous or anything like some people, but I just felt like crap all day, and I probably had a fever because my head felt hot and everything. I just laid there and didn't do anything, and then did the podcast show.
My wife was fine until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then she woke up with like 102 temperature and like threw up a little bit and then was out of commission for the whole next day. But then she was fine after that.
Did she throw up on you when she woke up?
Well, maybe, but I'm not going to say nothing. No.
I obviously feel better than
luckily.
last week. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So we got a whole bunch of stuff to get through. I mean, we got a couple of little announcements, and we got a cool thing announcement from Garrett here that they're having us talk about here in a little bit. And we got we got a ton of mail. You didn't even know about some of it, KG. I went to the P.O. box the other day and picked up all our mail, and there were packages. We got that thing last week from the Japan treasure hunters and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And we got some more stuff, and we'll open it up live.
Awesome.
And raw.
What do you mean, Will? You got it sent to you. I didn't get nothing.
I know, but there's a little package in here for KG too, so you'll get it eventually.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. So what do you want to do? You want to get Sarge in right away, or you want to talk about other stuff?
Bust him in, man.
I like busting him in right away. It's awesome, and it's just cool. So let's do this. I'm gonna play this.
Today's guest.
All right, Cage. Should we get him in here?
Get him in. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Sergeant Whitey is in the house.
Let's see if we can get him in here.
Probably deleted.
He probably left. Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, he's starting to pop in here. All right. Now I just got to reorganize everything. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, he probably framed my head chopped off, but
Oh,
there we are.
is.
We're all good.
Awesome.
Look at that. He's been working out too. He's got his dumbbell beside him.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. All right. I don't know if you know this, Mr. Sergeant Whitey, but I always read a little something about people, and, you know, I'm going to read the little intro to you now just to, you know, be consistent, you know. So here it is. CB, KG, and I have all hunted with tonight's guest in several different states, including North Carolina, Florida, and Texas. He's a former White's Metal Detector team member and has since come over to join the Rebel Force as a new Eastern Jedi Master. He continues to slay it out on the coast with his favorite machine, the Garrett AT Max, and he's always ready to jump into a bar fight. Please welcome Shawn Sherrill, a.k.a. Sergeant Whitey. Yeah.
Sergeant Whitey. Yeah. Yeah. Good dude right there.
Appreciate
All right.
that.
So, you know, we just all hung out together in Texas, so it's like we just saw you yesterday, you know? Yeah. So, so what have you done since we've just last talked in Texas?
Mostly dig. Had to take care of my girlfriend and the kid. They got into a car wreck while we were in Texas. So other than that, everything's been up in the up and up, getting all that dealt with and stuff. So.
Yeah, not everybody knows about that. So give a quick, you know, rundown.
Yeah, she was hit by a lady with a deep driving while under the influence of drugs or something, and hit her in the front side. And so anyway, we've got all that going on right now, but car got totaled, but she's okay. And so is the boy. So
that's all that matters, buddy. Yeah.
Right on.
Yep. So how did you get your name? I want to ask you that.
Well, Sergeant was my rank in the Marine Corps, of course, and then Whitey was my nickname in high school. As a kid, my hair was blonde, bleach blonde, and so the high schoolers used to call me Whitey as a little kid. When I was in the 7th grade when I got it, and I kept it all the way through. In fact, my hometown, people don't even know me by my first and last name; they just know me by Whitey. So,
yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that was one of somebody wrote in that question, so we don't even have to ask it now.
Oh,
awesome.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably told me that before, but it was probably over cold beers and I forgot.
yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I was a towhead when I was little too, but then it just all fell out. Instead of going gray, it just kind of just fell out. But that's a good thing because now I can just wash my bald cranium and move on.
Yeah, we did a rock and roll show about a month or so ago with my brother, and we were showing old pictures of us playing in the band, and my hair was like a giant dark, almost black afro because I couldn't grow it long, you know, it was all curly. And yeah, now I'm down to where ever since COVID and we couldn't go out of the house or whatever, CB was a cosmetologist and had training and that stuff. So she just takes a razor and just shaves my head now. So it's like, okay.
You couldn't do that yourself? You have to
I guess I could. It doesn't.
I do that all the time. It gets a little bit long where I start looking like that guy from
Bozo the
Three
Clown.
Stooges that only has, I will do that there. Then I'll just grab the thing. It's funny because I'll shave a bunch of it off and then I give the electric things to Lori one time. I said, just get by my ear, real close to my ear. I can't see it very well. She goes, no, I don't want to. I'll cut you. I'll end up cutting you. And I said, no, you won't. Just do it. She rammed it like right into my ear and cut my ear like wide open. It's like, what are you doing? So now I just do it by myself. So
that's so funny.
Sometimes I'll have a big patch on the back of my head that I missed, and she'll be like, "Oh, you got a patch missing."
That's just easier for her to do it because it's just, you know, she can see, and I can't.
Exactly. Someone just said that's why everybody on the set is wearing ball caps because we're all losing our hair.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Landing strip for a mosquito. That's what I say.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like just this side part right here, kind of where your sideburns are, right above that. That's the part that drives me crazy when it starts growing long. And as soon as she sees me sitting on the couch or something, and I start just playing with it, she's like, "That's it. Get in the garage. We're shaving your head."
The garage. That's a serious shave.
Hey, I just get out there, you know, strip
down,
naked, you know, shave the head.
It's a real grooming. Yeah.
It's a full-on shaving. Right on.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, I'm not even looking at the the comments. We'll
all right. So, Sarge, what have you been up to? I mean, I know you've been out, what about every other day? You've been chasing the massive relics.
Well, after Texas, I actually took a break, man. That kicked my butt. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of doing stuff and digging and late nights and early mornings. So I actually took about a week off, and then it rained quite a bit. So, but yeah, I try to dig.
Yeah.
After about a week, I went out digging for the first time.
Hey, you crushed it today, though, right?
Yeah, one cut silver today.
Oh, yep. We got to.
Unbelievable.
I'm pulling that baby up right now. This happened today, right there.
Could you get a date off that or no?
No, it's the one that's got the 17 on the side, but I can't even see the 17. I'm still, my buddy that I hunt with, Tyler, he says I'm still the no date real person.
Yeah.
I've got 3 cut and 2 half reals, and none of them have dates. So.
The one I found had the important date on it. Remember that, Tim?
Yeah. I was telling him about that before we actually went live. The fact that, you know, you got a 25% chance of finding the date, and you hit it on the head. It was like a 23 or whatever.
I planned it that way. Just like, I'm going to dig this one. It's got a date.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, that I mean, it's a lot different when you're going there to the Garrett hunt and you're digging, but yet you're also planting all the coins, so you have to get up before light, you know. And
just to be for disclosure, I did not hunt anywhere that I planted. I hunted where everybody else planted. I let everybody else hunt where I planted. So I didn't.
That's the
good.
rule. We get a hunt, and most of the time we just goof around and help people out that are struggling a little bit. And but we'll plant a field, and that is the rule. Like whatever you planted, you can hunt.
I just hunted the field that I planted straight away.
Still didn't find nothing.
I still couldn't find anything. Yeah. No, the stuff we dug up, I brought back a few, and CB even went out and turned in her tokens. And last week she gave away the New York Excelsior button that she found, that she got as a token prize. Obviously none of us can turn in our stuff for tokens, but like the halves and stuff, we've got, we'll be giving away more. We've still got all kinds of cool stuff from the Garrett hunt.
I don't know if you can see it. It's that National Guard cartridge box is what I won. I got the token for that.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, that is cool. We're going to win a whole bunch more when we go to the Red Dirt Dig here next month. I don't think Tim can't go because he'll be in Florida partying it up, but we're going to tear it up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will have fun. You know, if you want a quick hitter to come out of that, somebody's going to have to do a little bit of filming and sending me some stuff. So, you know,
we'll get on that.
Yeah. That's the assignment for you too. Yeah, you too. We'll get maybe get Brian and Steve on it or something. Yeah.
Miguel.
Yeah, Mig do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait to do this. I just have to open this up. I was telling you earlier, I don't know if you could hear us when you were in the green room. Could you hear us talking while you were still in
I did on here. I was listening.
Oh, okay. Anyway, some people sent some stuff in this week. You know, we're always getting weird different things like those coin rings, and we got a whole box of cool things with coins and stuff from Japan last week. But somebody sent this one, and this is so cool. I just died laughing when I saw it. This is from Matt Carr. He sent us a letter here, and here, let's see if I can read it. Loving the podcast. I've been watching every Tuesday night. I made some stickers and thought you might like a couple. Feel free to keep them or give them away. Just don't sell them or we'll owe Gene Simmons some royalties. Thanks. He's got, look at these stickers. It's got Gene Simmons of Kiss with a metal detector. It's nice. It was so cool. I can't give it away because I'm a huge Kiss fan. I'm going to have to stick it on my Pelican case with the other ones.
Yeah, one of them, and then you give the other one to me.
I'll give the other one away. No, I'll give it to you.
That's all right. I'll
KG.
peel it off your pelican next time I see it there, then.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That is way cool. And then we got this. Tom Shively, he won last week or the week before. I can't remember. He won one of the big grand prizes and, T-shirts, silver coins and stuff. And out of the blue, he just sent us this, KG, some old cigar box.
Cigar. Was there any cigars in it?
No, I opened it. There's no cigars in it. But
I thought there'd be some Cubans in there.
I don't know. No Cubans. There's a note in here. It says, cheers to my friends from Anaconda. And look, there's a little bundle in here. CB got a little bundle of her own. And look, there's a KG bundle.
KG
there's some
bundle.
stuff in here. It's kind of heavy. And there's a Ringy bundle here. And I'm going to open that up. If you don't mind, Cage. I might spoil some of the
I don't care.
the fun.
I don't
All right,
care
I'm
what you
open.
get.
Oh, look at this.
Is it a
A couple of marbs and a giant chunk of fool's gold, like iron pyrite or something. Isn't that what comes in those little? Here, not even showing it. A couple of marbs, and
probably
then
real gold, and you're just
I don't know.
undermining the poor guy.
It's awesome and metallic or whatever. But check this out. 0.28. There's a gold nugget in this package. I got an actual gold nugget. I don't know what's in yours. I'll have to check.
I probably got a bigger one.
I might have to scan KG's little package before it goes in the mail.
Yeah, it's a good thing he opened it now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, mine would have been gone.
I got a gold nugget. How awesome is that? And now here's some other. I know I'm not doing a good job of this, but I'm all excited, so I'm just opening everything. This is all wound up with a little string on it. What the heck?
That's all it is.
It's just, it's a never-ending. It's an elephant. It's super heavy little elephant, and he's got like a cut across his back. I don't know if that's so you can stick a business card in it or something. Maybe, you know what I mean?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway, it's kind of cool. Little lucky elephant with giant tusks. All right. I got G in the pock. Thanks, Tom.
You know what I'm dying to know? You know what I'm dying to know? I want to know the story behind that dumbbell beside Sergeant.
Oh, yeah. We got to get to that
That's what I'm
right
dying
away.
I'm dying to hear about this guy. Look at him.
I was up in Virginia with our buddy Eric Reed. I know you guys know him.
Yep.
And he took me to one of his spots, and I get a signal that just didn't sound like iron. It just sounded different. So I went ahead and dug it, and this is what I saw was that top part. And I don't know if you guys can see it very well in the camera, but it looked like a cannonball, and I got excited thinking that's what I had. And then I went to move it, and it extended out, and I was like, well, what is this piece of crap? I thought it was garbage. So I actually took it to the tree line and set it up next to a tree because I'm in the middle of this big old sandy farm field, and I wasn't going to carry it around with me. And I was telling KG this while you were gone, and I said, I walked back over to my machine, and something inside of me said, you might want to get that checked out. So I walked back over to get the item and came back to where I dug it and took a photo of it and put the Garrett pin pointer in between it and put it on ID me, and also sent it to my buddy Tyler, and he said he thought it was a bar shot. And so I put it on ID me, and sure enough, everybody was just chiming in that it was a bar shot.
Explain what a bar shot is for people that don't know.
This one is actually possibly, or it probably is, from the Rev War period, and it was probably used during the Battle of Yorktown or was in that area because that's where the site was. And what they would do is they would shoot this towards a ship and aim it or try to destroy the rigging and the and there's what it's like you put the photo up, but it would shoot it towards the rigging and the sail to disable the boat from leaving, I guess, and then they could get on it and just kill the people or whoever was on the ship. So
that is just a phenomenal find.
Cool. I didn't realize you had all them pictures in there, Tim.
Well, yeah, I'm doing my job, man. I'm on it like Blue Bonnet.
That is pretty awesome.
My buddy Tyler's going to electrolysis it. It's going to look really good soon, but I got to get it over to him.
That is cool, man.
Get that restored.
Way cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, so hey, now that you got that going, let's show a bunch of stuff that the Sarge has found, okay? And we can talk right through this. There's no sound behind it or anything, but we're going to start out with something that I'm going to come back to, but it's a really cool find that I saw you find at the Charles Garrett hunt when we were together there. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's this thing. It's so cool. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff here.
That's a cool button.
Those North Carolina buttons. Look at that. There's a bust silver cage.
I know. I've yet to find one of them. Some teeth that got punched out in a bar brawl.
Yeah, he's in the.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's cool. That was one of those paratrooper things.
Yeah, I mean that hunting license, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's cool.
I actually had to find it twice.
Yeah, you told me that. That's so funny. He found it and lost it.
That's a little baby's bracelet.
Wow.
Great stuff.
There's the party animals.
Oh yeah,
Look
this
at
is the
that.
brawl. It's a barroom brawl.
It's nothing but work when we go on these adventures, Never any fun or excitement.
It's all work.
Yeah. So let's go back to, what do you want to talk about, KG? Did you want to talk about that? I want to talk about this real quick, just from the fact that that's gold, isn't it?
Oh, it's palladium.
Oh, it's palladium?
Palladium. Oh, he went right
more
past
than
it.
gold. It's worth more than gold.
No kidding.
Wow.
So he's even a step above us, because we were talking about KG when CB was on the show. She found a gold tooth in Australia, and I just last year joined the Gold Tooth Club, and KG had been in it for like 10 years. So
Since it's palladium, Tim, it's probably like some ultra rich person was in flashing money, showing off for the ladies, and he probably got busted in the mouth and it knocked his teeth right out.
Right. Somebody that was really sarcastic and loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody like that.
I
Probably
know one
deserved
person.
it. All right. What else did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about that tag, that tag,
okay.
and have him explain
I'll
what that is.
I'll throw that up here. This thing, is this the one?
No, yeah, that one there. Now, if I remember right, ain't this the second one of these you found, and it was at the same date?
Well, no, I found two of these. I gave one to a homeowner because it was her dad's. I found it in her backyard, so I never actually got to keep one. This is the first one I've gotten to keep, and I actually found it. And then I was walking around and I forgot to take a photo of it because I did a TikTok video on it. So I took it out of my box and put it on my screen and took a photo of it. And I think the TikTok video was still uploading because I was in a bad service area. And instead of paying attention to my detector, I was paying attention to my phone. I just grabbed my detector and started walking. Well, it fell off right there in that second photo. It fell just like this, straight down. And I found it the next day. About three hours later, I found it.
I've done that too. And I know remember, Tim, when we were
I know what
Kansas?
you're going to say. Yeah.
Remember, when we were in Kansas, we were Steve Moore and people from Kansas City, at High Plains Prospectors.
Oh, that was a different one.
And Steve found that really awesome button, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And he must have just it fell past his pouch or something, but he lost it out in the field. Never could find it again.
He didn't find it, but I don't know if you remember this, but a long time ago, we were sifting an old place in Montana, and we found an awesome trade token. We were using the buddy screen, and then it was in the mud, and we said, oh, this looks like a coin or whatever, and we just threw it back in thinking, oh, we'll sift it out, and we never did find it. Like, we lost it again. And then then I went back the next day with my detector, and we were both there.
That was a wheat penny.
No, it wasn't. It was a trade token, and we found it because we saw it, and we threw it in just thinking, oh, let's just clean it off by sifting it with the rest of the stuff. And it's like, where did it go? It's gone. We dumped it back in, and then I went back and knew right where it was, and eventually we found it. But and then I also remember you finding a seated dime when we were using our GTI 2500s a long time ago, and you found that, and you got home and called me in a panic. It's like, I lost my dime, and didn't we drive back out and try to find it?
Twice that happened. It was weird because I knew I put it in my pocket, and I checked all my pockets. 100 times I checked all my pockets. I couldn't find it. And then I was like so mad. I just wanted to like put my head through the wall. And I thought, I got to check my pocket one more time. And I don't know how I had some weird little tiny fold in my pocket that wasn't sewn up right. And it was like in that little teeny crevice in my pocket the whole time.
Yeah. Did you have like, you had like some kind of cargo pants on with weird side pockets and it was like in the crease or pleat of it or something? Yeah.
Then once I dropped, remember that seated dime I dropped in my truck in between the seats? And I looked for a month for that. And I finally ended up finding it in some weird little crevice in my truck.
Yeah. That drove me crazy for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate that.
I've actually lost one box of fines. I was at an old house and the lady wanted to show me something and I had set it on my top of my tailgate, my cover. And I walked to the right. Well, I never came back to the back of the truck. I just got back in my truck from the front side and jumped in and took off. Well, my whole fines box was lost. I had a silver earring. I had a couple of Indians, a couple of Wheaties.
Man.
Yeah,
we were with a guy over in Europe that did that. He had a whole great big box of medieval coins and Roman coins. And he was climbing around in the rocks and through these ditches and stuff like that. And he lost his entire box of fines. And we were all out in this middle of this big field and we were pulling out all kinds of like hammered silver coins and stuff. And he spent 3 hours looking for his box of fines. He did end up finding it, but it consumed like the rest of the day.
Oh, that's just horrifying. Horrifying. All right. Now, let's see. There's something else in here I was going to ask you about. Now this stuff, like, I promise I'm not going to talk about birding or anything today, KG, just to give you a break for a week.
Good. Yeah.
But, I asked Sarge to send in some pictures. Like every time we set up a guest, I'm like, hey, send in some pictures, of your best stuff or whatever, and we'll talk about it. And in this group of photos, like all these zillions of awesome things he's found, and I'm like, I wonder if he really meant to send these photos. So anyway, here we go. I guess, I don't know if you remember sending this, but what do we got here?
Well, before metal detecting, I was into photography and I love taking photos of insects and stuff. And so I just took some photos of insects and I figured since you did the birds, I'd do the insects.
Yeah, I love it. Look at that. Look how close up that is and awesome.
What the heck's under him? Is that like a ball
egg
of
sack.
eggs?
Egg
Oh,
sack.
God.
He's carrying it around or something.
I would have probably. That was the before. It should have showed the after. Under the boot.
Yeah. No, those are
really
pretty
cool, though.
Pretty phenomenal photos,
Yeah.
What did you shoot it with? Anything?
I have a Canon.
Uh-huh.
I've got a Canon and I was trying to get a zoom lens, but I never did get one. I just basically just took it and did all my photo editing and stuff at home. So
yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn mine, CB and I'll get home and we're like, oh, we saw this awesome thing, like a red-faced warbler. And then we'll look at our pictures and it's like a picture of a leaf. Yeah, we're doing better though. You've seen some of our pictures. They're fairly decent, we're getting there, but we need one of those giant lenses, those $10,000 lenses. Yeah,
I don't have nothing like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. And then the other thing I was going to ask you about is like the details on this. I just want to hear about the one on the 1830 something. I can't quite read it here.
1830.
The cap bust.
Yeah, the cap bust.
Yeah, that was actually the site that I took you and CB to.
Really?
It was on the other side though. I had finally got permission to it, and it was on that side. And I was with Tyler the day that I found it. And I thought it was a trime, at best a seed. It did not expect a cap bust.
Oh, that's just so cool.
Got that on the good side of the field, where he didn't take you, Ringy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just said, hey, see that poison ivy down there? That's where you need to hunt.
Yeah. There's poison ivy down there. If I ever want you out of an area, I just say, hey, there's poison ivy here, and I don't see you the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's magic. It works fine. We're always like trying to like hone in on each other's territory when we sense they're doing good, but all he has to do is say, oh, there's poison ivy. I don't know about this. And then I'm just gone. Yeah. Not
many can say I took a celebrity out digging and gave him poison ivy.
Yeah. Sometimes if I see poison ivy, I'll put a bunch in my pouch, and then if I find a hot area, I'll sprinkle it around out in the field and say, "Look, there's poison ivy." And then Ringy takes off, and then I got it all to myself.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, Cage. It's like kryptonite, you know.
Yep.
All right, so there was a time on this show where we talked about like the fact that KG and we each had 5 silver dollars in our careers. The funny thing is we found them, and neither one of us has found a silver dollar for, I don't know, 5 years, whatever, more maybe. And it's like we we did a race to 5 and we tied, and then neither one of us has found one ever since. But I see this picture here. Looks like there's $1.
Yeah, that's actually when I first started detecting. I found both of those within 7 feet from each other. That was my first peace dollar or any silver dollar, and my first walking Liberty half. And I found my first large cent all in the same yard.
Oh, wow. Man. I just, that extra room you have where we stayed when we were out there with you, I think I'm going to move in there permanently.
Come on.
Man, that's just some cool stuff. Yeah. So, what else you want to talk about? I got to move some of this stuff.
I want to find out what his favorite find is of all time.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
I get asked that so much from even when I'm out digging and talking to like homeowners and stuff. And I was like, it just depends on what category. Cause I dig everything. I'm not just a Civil War or, Rev War type person. I dig jewelry, coins, history, all just whatever. I'm out digging no matter what time of the year it is. Rain, sleet, snow, hell, tornadoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
But probably like the gold signet ring is probably my favorite gold ring that I found, the 1830-ish that ranges in that range. And then that button for sure, that NC sunburst button, that's one of, I guess, 8 known to exist. That one's definitely got the top list. My US box plate. I've got so many different things. It just depends on the category, honestly.
Right. So one of those things you were just talking about is that star button to you it'd be the left side, but to me it's the right side, the NC in the circle.
Yep, with the sunburst in the middle instead on the outside. Because if you look on the other side, that's a regular sunburst solid cast. The other one's a solid cast too, but it's got the sunburst in the middle. Another version of that button is a pine tree button. You got the pine tree in the middle of it.
Man,
so where do you normally go to get all your not all your information? I know you post a lot, but do you have a certain place you like to search?
Yeah,
like
what are the GPS coordinates of it?
Yeah. No. I mean, like when you find something you don't know what it is. Yeah. If you don't know what it is there a place you usually go to find it, or internet? I'm just
I see what you're saying.
People that don't really know how to find stuff they found.
I use ID Me, but also use like my buddies and things like that. Other people that I know have been in the hobby. Like I'll message Dan Frieza if I don't know something, I'll send it to him, or Riley Bryant, Tyler McGee. I mean, there's some of the names out there that know more Civil War type stuff, that are more knowledgeable on that Civil War stuff.
Dan would definitely know.
Yeah, that's like buddy, Tim and I, when we were from Montana, we had no clue. Once we went out south metal detecting, we were digging up stuff, and it's like, what in the heck is this, But now we pretty much know everything, huh, Tim?
Oh, we know everything. Yeah, we're geniuses. Now, we used to talk to, there's a guy up in Montana, John, Hawkins.
Yeah.
He knew everything. Every time we'd ask him, he's like, oh, it's this, it's that. I mean, he didn't have to look it up or anything. He just knew.
Yeah.
And Dan's like that too. He knows all that stuff. And
yeah, he's the one that told me, because during my live video when I dug that button, I said the only thing that could top this would be a gold coin, and he chimed in and said, actually, that's better than a gold coin. I was like, really? Because I had no clue what I had at the time, and I was in the field after I dug it. So.
Actually, we should post Dan Frez's personal cell phone number one of these days on here. Huh?
Yeah, let's do that. Do that. It sounds good.
No.
Yeah. I actually had something to say, and you made me laugh, and I forgot about it. Oh, hey, I know. Before we go any further, because I don't want to forget about this. When we were at the Charles Garrett hunt, I don't know. Did you just have a Max with you, Sergeant, or did you have your Apex with you too, or not?
I had the Apex, but I was with the rain and stuff. I didn't know because I knew it was water resistant, but I didn't know how much it would last in the downpours.
When we were out testing the original prototypes, we were out in England, and it poured. It couldn't have rained any harder. It was like somebody just took buckets of water and poured it over us.
Yeah,
and we used them in that, and they held up just fine. So, but the reason I'm going at this is because when we were there, Bill Proenza had a booth there next to the main stage, and he was upgrading the Apexes. In case people don't know this, whenever Garrett has a little tweak to the Apex software or whatever, you can now just go online and download it so you have like a brand new Apex at any moment, whatever stage they're in. So if they think of something to add or whatever they're doing to it, you can always update it. And when we were there, we took our Apexes with us, and it took literally 3 minutes, and he just downloaded the software into our Apexes, and we had brand new ones. So that being said, if you want to do that, you can, and I'm just going to throw the link up here, and then there's a little thing about it so you can see it. So let's just run that right now. Hey, CB's in here. Hey, we got to take a moment for the kitty. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but when we first got together, I was afraid of the cat. I was afraid to even touch it because it's hairless and weird looking, So I was like, I don't even want to touch the cat, And then when I first met her, I was visiting her at her house. KG, remember that time? And anyway, I was there, and there was something wrong with one of her cupboard doors, and she wanted me to fix it. So I climbed up there, and I was screwing the cabinet back in, and I was kind of knelt on the cabinet, and I didn't see the cat was behind me, and it wanted to get into the cabinet, and it's a weird climbing cat. So he jumps onto my back, and his claws go right into my back, and I'm just on the counter, and I wanted to say things that I didn't say,
Sure that was the cat?
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
All right, so what were we doing? Oh, I'm going to show you all about this in case you want to update your Apex. Here you go. We got to be quiet for 2 seconds. Here we go. Well, that's the actual web address. So you can, whatever that is, update instructions. If you want to go to it, you can. Oh, here we go. I just found it. All right, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, you're a professional.
Garrett's Apex is a rechargeable and upgradable detector with an array of cutting-edge capabilities. You can always keep your Apex up to date with the latest software version simply by connecting it to your PC. Visit Garrett.com for instructions on just how simple it is to make sure you are getting the most out of your Apex.
So there you go. That's it. So if you want to go there, if you didn't see it in time, you don't want to rewatch this thing, just send us a note and we'll send you the link to it, and you can get your Apex upgraded. Right, Cage?
That's pretty cool because you don't have to buy a machine. It's a lot of the machines are doing that anymore. It's hey, just log on and upgrade your machine.
Right on, brother.
Brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Sargent's falling asleep down there. We got to get some more questions for him.
He's thinking about taking pictures of insects.
Birds.
Birds. Yeah, he's thinking about getting into birding.
Shoes with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, KG's into birding too. Yeah, I was into birding in Montana too, but a different kind.
Yeah, opening day of duck season.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, what else? Hey, Cage, while people are still on here and live, let's reward them with something. How about a number between 1 and something? You pick it, and we'll give away another big batch of all this gear that we've got accumulated here, including a big, bad silver coin.
All right, everybody that's on watching us right now, we're going to pick a number between 1 and 69.
Oh, and excellent choice. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good work,
And
Cage.
you can pick two numbers per person.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
All right. And then the first one that gets it gets an awesome package.
Yes. It's a major package. Will be coming to you. It'll be full of silv. There'll be fake Spanish reals in it, real silver. There'll be I think I still have like another steel 1943 penny that came out of that piñata from your birthday. I'll throw that in there. Then we got T-shirts and stickers and patches and hats and all kinds of cool stuff. So
wouldn't you know it? Lucky Lou just chimed in and he picked 69.
Oh well, I wonder why. Yeah. Lucky
Louie,
Lou,
baby.
He's lucky. Hey, I'm gonna go pick the number now. Like I'm just gonna go get it so I know what it is, just out of curiosity. And there was something else related to that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick the number, and you're guessing. You get two guesses, right, KG? You get two
guesses per person. Yeah. Yes.
And we're gonna have two winners, so you can post your two picks. Post them on this feed, obviously, like you're doing right now. I see Teresa's doing it, and Josh, and John, and Michael, and I see Beverly, and I see Mike.
The old Marky Hoover's on there.
Yeah. So keep doing that. But also, we're going to have a second winner, and we're going to pick that from the comments of the quick hitters, like the Rings of Spring, the Charles Garrett Memorial quick hitter we just put out, and we're just about to come out with another one. So those last three quick hitters, if you want to go put your picks out there too, you can pick two different numbers, and we're going to do a second package for that too. Everybody follow? If you don't, you'll have to just write in. But yeah, go to YouTube, leave the comment on the YouTube thing, and we're going to pick one from there too. So we're going to have two silver packages going out. No matter what I do, I can't keep this sun from blasting me in the face, Cage.
I know you look like you got spots on you.
I know. Here, maybe if I just slid over. There we go.
You know what? This window behind me, I had to put a bunch of cardboard in it. Otherwise, it's all blown out. So I just cut a big piece of cardboard and I stuck it in there 2 weeks ago. It's been there ever since. So otherwise, it's all blown out behind me.
Right on. Yeah, with the things you got to do to create your own little fake studio.
Yep. Hey, we need to have Sarge, if he can, wanted to yell out any of his social media handles for people to go follow him.
Right. That's a good idea. Sarge, you I don't know. People know you from your Whites days and stuff, but since you've been tearing it up with the Max and joined us, there's been people writing in and saying, hey, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? And we just tell them,
what's his
he was
sign?
some guy was sitting on the side of the road with a sign, and we just felt sorry for him, so we picked him up and let him get in the truck with us.
There's a homeless vet on the corner begging.
Yeah. No, we got you in here, and if why don't you tell everybody where they can find you and all your stuff? Because this guy, if you want to see some cool East Coast finds, he produces. So yeah.
I have a Facebook finds page, and it's called Sergeant Whitey's Finds page. Pretty easy, and pretty much everything has got Sergeant Whitey in it. So it's my YouTube is Sergeant Whitey Dirt Discoveries, but I'm actually going to change that because YouTube is flagging me as racist because of the Whitey part, unfortunately. So I am creating a new YouTube channel. It's already created, just haven't published anything yet, but I'm in the works of doing that. And I have Instagram, which is Sergeant Whitey, and I have TikTok. I've just started doing TikTok because I stay in Facebook jail quite often. So I used to go live a lot, Facebook Live, but now I'm on a 60-day jail sentence right now. So I use TikTok instead.
Oh, yeah.
You're on a jail sentence because your nickname is Whitey?
No, I posted stuff about a year ago, and they said it doesn't comply with their.
Oh, okay.
Garbage.
Okay.
Yeah, I posted a video on TikTok 2 days ago, and it was my youngest daughter shooting a handgun, at a target and stuff. And I just captioned it, teach them how to use it and pray they never have to. And all she is she's shooting a target with a handgun. And they took it down. They will not let me post that at all. And I'm like, you got Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to start saying what. Anyway, I'm not using it as a political avenue because it's stupid.
Yeah. No, it's just too bad. I'm just going to say my one thing here. And it's just too bad that human beings can't get along and just live by the golden rule and just really, this is what I always say to my buddy Kane when we're out driving around. It's like, the solution to the world is pretty simple. It's just don't be a dick. And that's it, and that's just it. Be nice to everybody, and I just don't understand why all this stupid
7
PC.
sticks, huh, Ringy?
Yeah, 7
We're stronger as a bundle than we are apart.
Right. Just be nice to everybody and get along and appreciate your differences. And so what if you make fun of them? You should,
Well, it makes me want to cry, Ringy.
Yeah, thanks.
Not like you.
I know. I'm kind of deep and emotional right now.
You are.
Very emotional. I feel my emotions rising.
No, but it's true. Just be a good person.
Yeah.
It's
be a nice
literally
person.
that
That's
simple.
It
You're
is.
a good person or you're not.
Yeah.
That simple.
It
anyway,
is.
back to our guest.
I'm about to tear up, KG. I don't know what to do now. I'm just combobulated. All right, let me see here. Sergeant Whitey's like, why am I even on this show? Can't believe I agreed to do this. All right.
Hey, I want to ask Sarge something.
Okay, you do
for
that
the
while
audience.
I'm researching.
I'm trying to
things.
target people that aren't super advanced at metal detecting. Some of us are, some of us aren't, and some of us that are forget about the steps there we took to get to where we are. So, what kind of advice would you give the newbie metal detectorist?
Find a machine that you're comfortable with, learn that machine, spend hours using that machine. And my motto is dig it all, save some history. And I dig a lot of trash, a lot of crap, but I find, I may find one item and I may dig 50, 60 garbage before I find that one item, but I just keep going.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, all the machines work. It's just a matter of learning your machine. And,
I always describe it as it's a language. You have to learn what that machine is communicating to you language wise. Each one has its own language, each sound. It was a learning curve coming from the MX Sport over to the AT Max. It had a different tones. It had different, the VDI was way off. I mean, I'm sitting there digging, 50s and 40s is the foil, whereas 0 to 10 is the foil on the MX Sport. So I'm sitting there going, how am I supposed to remember this crap? And
right.
But after about 3 weeks, of just sticking with it, and I kept my MX Sport in my truck, but I vowed not to go get it out and learn the MX or the Max on purpose just to force myself. And then I eventually started leaving it home on purpose. So I'd have to do that. And the more I used it and got used to the tones and stuff, and then I took I think Gypsy, because she's always using 0 mode, and I started using 0, and I'm actually very impressed just with 0 mode with no discrimination. I mean, a lot of people don't like all the chatter, but I can, as soon as I'm hearing that iron, I hear that one jump into the 40s or 50s. I know it's something. May not be something I'm going to dig, but it's not iron. That's all I can say.
Right.
Yeah, Ringy and I did that with the Apex. We were so used to the AT Max that they would take us to these spots that were really good spots, and we'd be like, well, you're going to have to use the Apex. And we're like, oh, man, there's some good stuff here. We weren't familiar with it yet. So then we forced ourselves to, basically they forced us to a lot of it. They'd be like, all right, we're going to have a contest specifying with the Apex. And then we used it like for a whole entire day at, what was that? The bone hunt. Right.
Yeah.
And then now I have a hard time not grabbing the Apex. I've used it so much and I got so familiar with that, but just like you said, you have to get a machine, you have to learn that machine and stick with it.
Yeah. And until you can trust it. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's some people out there health wise.
Yeah.
It's not practical to dig every signal.
Yeah.
So if you can't, if you're young and you could bounce around like a, little fart in the wind, I would say, go all metal, go crazy. But I'm thinking we ran into a really big guy one time at a Garrett hunt, and all his friends said was go all metal, go all metal.
Yep.
He had a pouch full of the biggest iron you could possibly find in a silver seeded hunt and never found one silver coin until I set up his machine to discriminate out. And then literally a guy that size, he's going to get up 4 or 5 or 6 times and he's going to be spent. That's it. He's going to put it in the closet and that's it. So, I think, if health-wise, if you can go crazy with all metal, I would.
Well, another thing is it depends on the site too. I mean, if there's sites that I'm going to dig every signal that's repeating, even in the 40s, because a 40 range is a tomback button. If they, most people know they ring up foil range, they ring up in that low spectrum. But if I'm at a park and unless I know I'm looking for gold rings or something like that, and I'm just coin shooting, I'm not going to, dig every little target. So that's when I say dig it all, save some history. It's whenever I know I'm in a good spot, I'm going to dig it all. But if I'm learning a machine, I'm going to dig it all at first, so I know what a piece of foil sounds like, what a pull tab sounds like, what a nickel, a dime, a penny, a zinc penny. They all sound different.
Absolutely.
And so you got to take the time to learn it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I know shotgun shells so well that as soon as I hit one, I'm like, that's a shotgun shell, before I even dig it out of the hole.
Yep.
Yeah, I was getting that way with 22 shells too, because a lot of times them 22 shells, they sound like a deep, good coin, but after a while you dig up one or two and it's like, oh, that's going to be a 22 shell. And you might go over a few and then you'll pluck one out just to prove to yourself that you were right. Normally you are, but I find myself cherry picking too much sometimes too, instead of just like going after it all.
Yeah.
Well, like today, if I hadn't have been digging crappy signals, I wouldn't have dug that cut real. It was a 67 to 69 on the 18 Max. And I was digging a ton of scrap aluminum.
So, that would have been a tough signal then. Yeah.
Yeah, medieval coins over in Europe, they don't ring up as silver. They're mid-tone. I mean, so you gotta
they're just so thin, that you have to be really careful. And like you said, it depends on the site. If you're in a clean field and the only thing there is old stuff, you want to dig almost everything. Yes. And it's just common sense. If you're in a city park with 50 billion flip tops, you're probably not going to find a gold ring that day,
Yeah,
I've also. Oh, go ahead. Ringy.
No, I was just going to say, just like you were in the perfect site to dig all kinds of signals, and that's probably why you dug up that great big awesome bomb thing next to you, know. But like, say, if you're in a public park and there's billions of flip tops and trash everywhere, and you're a newbie, it might get a little frustrating.
Overwhelming, yeah. You're just digging trash. But yeah, just the sheer fact of going like to my honey hole where I dug my NC button. I have literally dug any signal 40 and above on purpose because I know there's good stuff there. There's tomback buttons there. There's little pieces of just broken pieces of fancy things, just little ornate.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Pieces like that I'm finding. And they're in that 40, 50 range, even 60 range. So
nice.
Heck yeah. Good point, Cage.
Sorry
to bring that up. Hey,
you had a show here.
Just to be sure that everybody's, calm about this. Last week we had those Japanese treats on, and we have plenty more to go in these new prize packages. We've got weird flavored Kit Kats and stuff, and the stuff KG was calling monkey meat were those crackers.
Actually monkey meat?
No, it's not. There just happened to be a monkey on that one that I pulled out of the bag, so we started calling it monkey meat. But it's actually, there were different pictures of other things on there too, but now it's become monkey meat. So there will be monkey meat in your packages. I don't even know why I'm even talking about this. All right, what else do you guys want to talk about? I'm through everything I need to talk about, so we can do whatever you guys want to do at this point.
Well, KG and I are going over to the Red Dirt digging event. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. So what's all that about? I don't know anything about it because obviously
it's a seated hunt. It's going to be a good. There's going to be a lot of people there rubbing elbows and getting a meet and greet and stuff. So I think that's going to be the kicker on. I haven't done any seated hunts in Oklahoma area, so even though I live there, I never really got a chance to detect.
Yeah.
Where is it exactly?
Where?
Yeah,
the town southeast somewhere.
Yeah, it's almost on the Texas border. So basically, I'm going to be driving through Oklahoma almost all the way to Texas. So it's on, what is it, southeast?
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
I don't know. I'll probably be
3
wrong.
hours from Dallas, 3 hours from Oklahoma City, and 3.5 from Tulsa.
Oh, wow.
5 hours and 5.5 hours from me.
Okay.
But, Gypsy's going to be there, the Fat Fool, all the Garrett guys, Sergeant Whitey, myself, it's going to be a hell of a party without Ringy there.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it. You'll have to take a picture or two and send it to me.
He won't be there. He won't be there protecting in the bar fight.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt quick hitter that we did, yeah, it was bar fight night. So yeah.
Literally,
Yeah,
almost
you
bar
have
fight
to
night.
you have to go watch that. Yeah. No, that was a fun night.
Yeah, all they had to do was follow us outside, but that didn't happen. So we just got in our cars and
There's
left.
just one guy mouthing, that was it. So.
Yeah, it was just some kid that was
young bug thinking he's big shot.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that in the back of my mind. I'm like, I don't think he knows who's sitting at this table, I mean, me and Rich in the front, are no threat whatsoever, but it's like, some of these guys are not just going to stand here and take this, He
walks up to Gary Penta and Rich, up in the front, he's talking to them, and me, you, and KG are sitting there talking to ourselves, and the Kelly guys are talking to them, says all of a sudden we realize something's going on, and by that time he was mouthing. It was
so loud. You couldn't hear anything, but I could just tell by the body language something was not right.
Maybe he's complimenting Gary on his awesome singing ability.
Exactly.
That's what I thought he was doing.
I thought so. That was awesome, though. He did a great job singing up there, too. That was pretty cool.
Did anybody win a giveaway? Do you know? Or
I don't know. I'm going to have to look. I'm sorry, people, but, I can only do one thing at a time, But, yeah, I'll look through it all. I'll announce it like always, and then I'll go check all the YouTube ones, too, at the end of the week. We'll give them some time to post their numbers on the YouTube videos, and then we'll go pick a couple.
While scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we don't notify you on this podcast
Rich.
now, you'll definitely be getting a personal message.
Yeah, Swags just wrote on here and says, I think you scared him off, Tim.
Swagger. Yep.
Funny.
Anyway, so what else we got? You got anything else to give away, or you got any good questions for our old Sargy?
Let's see. I think you kind of asked him already.
Yeah, and thank you for your service too, Sarge.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We appreciate all the people that serve and protect.
Yes, totally appreciate that. And there is one other one that we didn't get to. Somebody wrote in, this is kind of for all of us because we're all Max users, but he says, I've heard the Max is chattery. Is that true?
Not from my standpoint. If you got in the iron mode on, I'd say it is a little bit, but you can turn that down. You can discriminate whatever you don't want to hear, and it calms it down a lot. So that's in my book, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, if you're used to something like the AT Pro or the AT Gold, yeah, it's a lot hotter. Just because it goes a little deeper, and yeah, I would say it makes a little bit more noises. But like you guys were saying earlier, you got to learn your machine, and as soon as you learn it, you know what to dig and what not to dig. It's not, you can tune it to whatever you want to.
It's chattery, but when it hits something, you'll know it too.
Oh yeah. If you hit a target,
when it's in that iron section and you're hearing, and then you hear that 40 to 50s range, even if it's a 40 to 50, there's something there other than iron.
Right.
It's a distinct change in sound, and it drowns out everything but that sound.
Right. Absolutely. I would agree.
So I concur, Mike, as well.
Do you concur? All right. All right.
Point-free environment.
What else we got? Hey, we're on Podbean. If you don't know, if you wanna come download it and take it on the airplane with you, they're little mini versions of these podcasts. They're less than 3 gigs. You can download us and wander off into places and not have Wi-Fi and listen to all this annoying stuff that we just talked about.
Yeah. And it has to be on an airplane.
Yeah. Well, can't be a train. Trains don't allow this.
You can't be at hunt camp in the middle of nowhere.
Nope. You can't do that either. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to get him on again. Well, maybe we'll do this again sometime, like after the red dirt thing, and you guys can tell me all about how awesome it was or whatever.
Sounds fun.
All right. Sounds good. So are we done?
Well, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. You guys got me into digging, honestly, because I used to watch the Digger show. A lot of people don't know this, but I was living in Oklahoma at the time whenever you guys were in your show. I was living in Tulsa, and I was always watching it. I went out and bought an MXT, but I only got to use it like 5 times. But, I've told the story to Ringy as to why, but had a controlling ex-spouse at that time, so I didn't get to go out and play and go do things. So I had to live through you guys, watching you on TV, and so it's just an honor that you guys are not only, I know you now personally, you're friends of mine now, and we hang out, and it's just like a full circle in my book from where I came from to where I'm at now. It's just it's humbling, that's for sure. So.
Thank you, buddy. It's so weird how many buddies and friends, lifelong pals we have accumulated because of metal detecting, the TV show and all that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's been amazing. And yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah. Every time we go somewhere now, we just automatically want to go hang out together, cause how much we like to fight in bars and stuff. So yeah.
we all like to drink beer. So that's a plus.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being on. We'll get all the prizes worked out here in the next few days and stuff. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon. You guys have fun at Red Dirt, okay?
Yeah, give the family a hug for us.
Yeah, say hi to everybody.
Some packages that's gonna be coming y'all's way, so be on the lookout for them.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. We're out of here. Here we go.
Good.
Ready? Go.
Good work, Ringy.
That's it for this week. Thanks for watching the Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show, brought to you by Garrett Metal Detectors and ATC's NX5 Diggin tools. Check the ATC event calendar at anacondatreasure.com for showtimes, and tune in again for another extraordinary program packed with brilliance, insight, and fascinating guests. Wait a minute, am I still talking about this show? Anyway, may silver and gold find its way into your pans and under your coils this week. Nectar in the pot for everybody. KG and Ringy out.